We're good.
We are live.
Yes, I'm glad you're enthused today.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to do something today. The name of the show is the Lions Weekly Update. Notice I didn't have to turn around.
You got it, man.
Well, it's because it's on the monitor right
That's
there.
why we play preseason games.
Right. So we can get that straight. I also want to welcome, hopefully they're listening. I met two women at this brewery in Midtown. I can't remember the name of it. It was like Hook and Ladder, or it was a dog thing.
A dog leg to the left, a hook and ladder. I don't know what the bar was called, but you met two women there?
Yeah. And we just talking.
Did you say it was a dog theme or adult theme?
A dog theme.
Oh, okay.
But
Both can be true.
It's hook and collar or something. I got a sweatshirt in the car. I can't remember the name of it. I've just had too many
It
beers.
sounds too funny, dog.
I was downtown.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the preseason game, but I got pissed off anyway.
Why?
I was pissed off just driving around. They had parking lots 2 miles from Ford Field. You know how much they were charging?
I have an idea. It's got to be astronomical.
$60.
That's a joke. Like 2 miles from the field?
Yeah, it was like it was on the other side of Comerica Park, the other side of Woodward. And I don't know why it made me so angry. I'm like, damn, these people love their Lions. There wasn't even that many people there. It was like 40-something thousand. So it was like a Tigers sellout.
Yeah.
And they don't jack the prices up for $60 for the Tigers.
No, I know why you're pissed, because it was a preseason game. These are the games you want your loyal fans to come to, because they now can't afford the regular season games,
Right?
Rodwood.
And what don't I like in life?
What?
I don't like cilantro, blue cheese, and
Cilantro's
preseason
elite.
games.
Cilantro, blue cheese, and preseason games.
Right. Can't stand any of them.
Kool-Aid, you a cilantro guy?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back
Oh,
over
yeah,
to the
you're
TV
not.
booth.
You're in the. Kool-Aid's behind the scenes doing everything. He's over there.
Yeah, with his T-shirt that he made.
He's over he made this T-shirt for Brian Gutenkunst,
Oh, man.
who would probably be pissed if the Lions hung another banner up in
Jeez.
Ford Field. So Kool-Aid, cilantro,
Yes.
blue cheese.
Listen, blue cheese, I am there with you, bro. Do not put blue cheese anywhere near me. But cilantro, you gotta have cilantro. Tacos. Hey, Cuban food, man. The black beans with the cilantro. Come
But
on.
you know what I do?
Peruvian food.
I love
Come on,
Cuban
T.
food. I love Mexican. I said, can I have that without cilantro?
No,
Why?
bro,
Right.
you can't offend
And
the
they
good people down
accommodate
at
you?
Mexican Village.
No, no cilantro.
Do you have
that-
that gene that makes it taste like soap or something?
Yeah, it's 10% of the people.
Oh,
Cilantro tastes like soap.
goodness
Okay, so I
gracious!
can't take it.
You're part of the 10%, part of the elite.
Right. Well, I'm elite, 10%.
Hey, legend.
Cilantro
right there.
tastes like soap. I don't have a middle name,
I got two for
and
you.
I'm black.
Yeah.
So there's three 10% right there.
You know what? I get some of those, man. I kind of get some
I'm a
of those.
triple minority.
We might have some overlap with some of those.
Huh?
So we might have some overlap.
Oh, yeah, right.
Flannel's Bulge in the chat says blue cheese is elite.
Wait, Flannel's Bowl?
Yeah, his bulge
Shout out
showed
to
up in
Flannel.
the chat. Stick Radio said I'm Cuban B. And
shout out to Stick.
not Extreme Shaft in the Extreme Shaft in the chat. Great name. T Foster looking like LL Cool J.
Yeah. Oh, you know whose jersey this is?
I know. Do they know?
Remember a man named Jerome Bettis?
Dude, the bus.
Yeah, this is like his high school because he went to McKenzie. He
Yeah.
was a Stag. And I got this by giving a speech to a youth group. And I told them, they asked me how much I wanted. I said, don't pay me. It's good. Because you guys are doing good for the youth and for the community.
For the
and
youths.
I
Terry's
won't
all
take
about
your
the
money.
kids.
And I'm about the kiddies.
Terry loves
Trick
the
Daddy.
kids.
Got to understand
So
trick
a
of love
lady,
kids.
Detroit's
one
trick-
of the
trick
moms sold and collected rare jerseys.
That's awesome.
So she gave me a Jerome Bettis McKenzie Stags football jersey and a George Gervin Eastern Michigan basketball jersey.
Okay, those
Oh,
are good
wow.
gifts.
Yeah, it was. I'd
That's
rather have
not
that than the money.
A Jameer Gibbs number 26 uniform or JMO 18 or 9 or whatever 20 numbers. a Mackenzie Bus jersey,
Right.
and a George Gervin EMU jersey. That's cool.
That's better than the payment because I would have spent the money by now.
Yeah. No,
On junk.
yeah. 15 years later, you're wearing that jersey.
Right. And you're admiring it.
Yeah, I am. He scored a touchdown in that Super Bowl, right? At Ford Field.
He did.
Yeah. Antoine Randall, former wide receiver coach, threw a touchdown
He did.
in that Super Bowl.
Antoine Randall L. First time I met him was he was at Indiana.
Yeah.
I think it was his sophomore year, and he destroyed Michigan State by himself.
Yeah.
So
He was a stud.
Yeah, we're interviewing him on the field, and I can't stop but think. I said, this little shrimp dogged an entire football team with big 300-pound dudes and other dudes that can run 4.40s and stuff, but he was just like a little fella.
Yeah. He was that era where some of the little fella quarterbacks, they had their moments. The Eric Crouches, Seneca Wallace, remember him from Iowa State?
I remember him. He was the Spud Webb of Big Ten quarterbacks.
Yeah, at IU, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And he threw that. He was a wide receiver in the NFL. Threw that touchdown.
Well, he played wide receiver in college, too. They kind
Played a
of –
little bit of both.
yeah, he did a little bit. He started as a quarterback, and then they moved him – well, no, they didn't move him wide receiver. He played both.
He played both, yeah. But
So can you throw the ball and then catch it?
I don't know. Jared Goff probably could.
Well, he's so fast.
Jared Goff
Yeah,
can do everything.
yeah. Because that's the only talent that you need to play
All right,
quarterback.
now,
Mobility.
since you brought him up,
Yeah.
let's get the silly shit out of you right off the bat. All right? Who would you rather have starting at quarterback for the Detroit Lions? Jared Goff or Hendon Hooker?
Oh, Jared Goff.
Okay. I just want to get that out of you.
Oh, okay. That was it.
No, because you were still holding on the hope. Oh, yeah, Hendon Hooker can still help the ball club.
I don't know. Last week, I nearly wrote him off. I want Hooker to succeed. Nearly.
I wrote his ass off.
Yeah.
Are you done with him?
Huh?
You done with him?
Done. I was done with him last week.
Listen, there was a lot of people that were hopeful for him. It's crazy to see the swing for a backup quarterback who we hope never sees the field. You talk about a position, T, that you said for a long time is the most popular in all of Detroit sports, and now we got a quarterback who's finishing top 5 in MVP rankings, and Hendon Hooker still continues to be what drives a lot of this news. If it's not Isaac Teslaa, then it's Hendon Hooker, and it's so sad to see how much hype and hope, not just hype, but a lot of hope. A lot of people bought it to where it is today. That's crazy.
Trying to support a brother. That's all that is.
We tried to will it.
Nobody in their right
to will
mind
it.
believes he should be on this team.
But at the beginning, you don't believe that there was a lot of hype. Brad Holmes, he has that eye for talent.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting this guy who it might be that Brad Holmes type, a little injured. You're gonna get him, some issues there, but he's going to ultimately pan out. And I do believe a lot of people bought that. It's crazy though because last year it was the Hooker Bowl. Everybody was ready to see this guy be potentially the savior or the heir apparent after a Jared Goff. To now, people are like booing him in the stadium. That's crazy.
All
crazy
I know
turn.
is when the Lions needed a backup quarterback in the playoffs, they didn't pick Hendon Hooker.
No.
To me, that was the end.
No, yeah. I did. That's where I didn't believe it. I was like, I tried to make up some. Oh, they're doing this because they're trying to preserve his confidence and whatnot.
You know what? You shouldn't be on the Woodward Sports Network.
Why is that?
You should be on Disney. Because you're so nice and you want to believe in everything and everything is roses and the sun always shines.
Often. Not on the Detroit Hookers, though.
Yeah.
You should be on Disney, man.
Hey, sometimes child stars don't always pan out, but I'll give it a shot.
No, they usually end up being drug addicts.
They do.
So be careful about that.
Maybe that's what Brad Holmes was trying to think when Hooker was like 25 years old, 26 when he was drafted. We're gonna go get another adult in the room.
Yeah.
It's over though, right? Like,
well,
was yesterday it? Was it the executioner?
Well, they say it's not.
Yeah.
Steve-O baby in the chat.
No, but you know what? He's got a shot at an assistant coach. Hendon Hooker would make a good assistant coach. Most assistant coaches fail in the league, but they pick up a lot of knowledge. So Hendon Hooker, not done assistant coach for the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
You know what? And I'm seeing people in the chat right now. One, I think that might be a pretty good point by you. He's been in the system. He knows the system. The guys know him, and he has to have some type of familiarity and comfortability with the coaches. But Steve-O, baby, he thinks this is laughable. He says, Kool-Aid, Hooker isn't going anywhere, according to Brad Holmes. And he put the LOL there for effect. And we also got a couple super chats there. It might be a little easier for T-Foss to hear you read them off.
Yeah, we got $9.99 from Dante15151. Can we get T-Foss thoughts on that one ESPN host thinking that Drewski, I don't know if you saw this clip, but Drewski was wearing a Barry Sanders Lions jersey, and the host thought it was a shout-out to Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, God.
The jersey was Honolulu blue and silver.
Okay. Now you set me off. 'Cause this pisses me off. Young people piss me off. First of all, Isaiah Thomas, the greatest Piston ever. Young people spell his first name wrong.
Right.
Secondly, they thought he was Isaiah Thomas who played for the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Now, Barry Sanders is getting shunned. Barry Sanders is not Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will not enjoy the same career that Barry Sanders
That's
did.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And you should also know this. Well, of course they don't know this. But Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders were in the same draft.
Mm-hmm.
And Deion Sanders, there was a rumor the Lions were going to take Deion Sanders instead of Barry. And you know what Deion said?
I ain't playing in Detroit.
I'm not playing in Detroit, and I'm going to ask for so much money, they're going to have to put me in layaway.
Yeah. It was Eli Manning before Eli Manning.
Right.
And he ended up, Dallas drafted him, right?
Right. But, you know, Barry's career, this is ESPN host said this?
Yeah, I forget. And
Monica McNutt.
it was Monica McNutt, who I like.
Yeah.
I think she's good.
It was like, oh,
covering
no!
the NBA, the WNBA. It was a bad one.
It was a bad one.
But also, it said Sanders on the front. It was a custom jersey.
Even Barry Sanders commented on our post about it.
Did he really?
Yes.
Saying like, come on.
He was like, thanks, buddy. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It was like,
I'm glad Drewski
I'm surprised
corrected
he
her.
said something.
Me too. But I'm glad Drewski corrected. Like, whoa. He
Shout out to
almost
him,
got
actually.
bit. He's like, no, this is Barry.
That pisses me off when you disparage a legend, especially a legend from Detroit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
And
like
you're
Barry
in media,
Sanders was
too.
an okay running back. You can argue this is the greatest running back ever.
Is.
Well, I will say this. For those who say, no, Barry Sanders wasn't the greatest running back ever, he was the greatest runner ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then that qualifies you as the best running back ever.
He's just one of those, like, around – if you're in sports – and I don't want to take any shots at Monica McNutt, but if you're in sports, like, you know a number 20 football jersey that's a little bit blue and silver,
I
it's
would rather
Barry
be wrong
Sanders.
and just say Barry.
Yeah.
I would rather be wrong.
Yeah,
And
that's a
you
good
know what?
point.
If it's anyone else, I know I didn't disrespect the legend.
If she didn't know who Billy Sims was or Lynn Barney, I could forgive that.
Right.
But not freaking Barry Sanders.
Not Barry Sanders. Not Jerry Rice.
No.
Not any of the greats.
Joe Montana?
Yeah. Tom Brady. Jared Goff.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
Somebody's going to see, what's the man and kid?
Archie.
Arch Manning. Somebody's going to be wearing an Arch Manning. No, they're going to be wearing a Peyton Manning jersey. And they say, oh, you're wearing an Arch Manning. You're paying tribute to Arch Manning. He says, no. Arch Manning never played for the Denver Broncos.
No.
Or the Indianapolis Colts.
No,
this is Peyton Manning.
or the Tennessee Volunteers. We got to see Arch's former starter, the guy Arch's sat behind, Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry, I got to jump in real quick. I can't see any more rookie quarterbacks celebrating touchdown passes
Why
like
not?
Baker Mayfield. Come on, it's the preseason. We're talking about the preseason
all right.
not mattering.
Once again, I hate cilantro, blue cheese, and preseason games.
Yeah.
But if you're a rookie and you score a
Cilantro is
touchdown in the preseason, you have the right to celebrate.
Why?
Because you're fighting for your job, and that's going to help you get the backup maybe a starting role.
No,
or
not a
whatever.
starting role. You're
I
fighting
said-
to get a backup job.
Here, malakakaka mulhohodo. I said maybe a starting job. Okay. Did you understand that?
No, one more time. How do you say it?
Malakakaka mulhohodo.
It's like a airplane. Remember the movie
Right.
Airplane?
Right. So yeah, if you're young, and plus the other thing, coaches tell their players before they go out, even for a preseason game, I want you to hype up the sideline because you're hyping up your brothers who may make the team. You're hyping up your brothers who may not make the team.
True.
So I if you're a rookie, yeah, of course.
But dude, you're throwing a touchdown pass on 4th and 5th, 6th stringers, fighting to make a team.
yeah, but dude, I'm a 4th or 5th round stringer.
Right. So why are you celebrating? You're just trying to get a spot on the team. Act like you've been there before. Even though
are you
you're a
really
rookie
saying-
and you haven't.
Didn't you used to compete?
Yeah.
Now, did you ever beat Central Michigan in a
Yeah.
baseball game?
Yeah.
Did you celebrate?
After the game,
Right.
not after a strikeout or after a
If you
double
struck
play ball.
if you struck out the side, you didn't go, yeah.
Yeah, maybe did a but I'm not Baker Mayfield.
That's celebrating.
Yeah, but we're talking like doing dances, Baker Mayfield, and you know what I'm saying?
You know
There's
what?
a point to the there's a limit to the celebration.
You sound like me.
The
And that's,
grumpy
and
old
that's
man.
terrible. I should be
Y'all
the
must
old
have been doing this for a
curmudgeon
long
saying,
time, huh?
These young kids shouldn't be celebrating. Absolutely, they should be.
Not the ones that are not in a preseason game. Not the ones fighting for third string roles. And I'm talking quarterbacks. You have a sack, do your little dance, whatever. But if you want to lead a
Get down
team,
tonight.
act like you've been there before. So
All right,
I
do
want
a
to see
little
Caleb Williams out in the field
do a
because
little
I want to see it
dance.
go down in flames. But I just want to see what he's like as a leader, as a leader of that offensive group. They weren't rallying around Quinn Ewers. He threw a decent pass that a seventh string cornerback made a bad play on, and they scored a touchdown. Good.
You're really cute.
Thank you.
He got me over here singing too, like go
No,
and
but-
get the sack.
No,
Hey,
no,
Do
but
a little
fellas,
dance.
You
Get down
are
tonight.
21
Hey,
or
get
22
down
years
tonight.
old.
Yeah.
You're on an NFL field, maybe for the first or second time in your life, and you do something good. Of course, you celebrate.
You celebrate, but there's a limit.
Hey,
Also, Dion was drafted by the Falcons, by the way, not the Cowboys. I messed that one
And
up.
shout out to
Okay.
Steve
That's
O'Baby
okay.
in the chat too, talking about celebrations. He's on a roll today. He said, Kool-Aid, I celebrated when I got a girl's number.
Right.
Shout out Steve O'Baby.
That's worth celebrating.
Oh, yeah. Especially
So
if
we
it's
can
the-
celebrate
Yeah.
getting the chick's number, but not throwing a touchdown in an NFL preseason game.
Not if you're Quinn Ewers. Not if you're Hendon Hooker.
Well, wait a minute. You should really celebrate if you're a Hendon Hooker.
Why?
Because your ass is on the way out. If you throw a touchdown, that might tell the Lions, maybe we're not going to let you go.
Maybe. To me, it does nothing. Nothing.
If I was Hendon Hooker and I threw it, like he had the ball with the opportunity to tie the game.
yeah.
If I had thrown a touchdown pass in, I would have done the backflip.
Preseason games mean nothing.
They don't. But when you're fighting for something, it does. For instance, if I'm crossing that street
Yeah.
and a car's about to hit me and I get out the way and it doesn't hit me, I'm celebrating. I'm still alive. I got both my legs. My arms are not broken.
You live to fight another day.
Right. That's even more insignificant than a preseason game.
Yeah, you're right. Quinn Ewers will get 3 extra reps in practice on Tuesday.
Or
Cool.
he might. Why are you being an old man today?
I don't know. I feel like it. I was walking to the game, actually, talking to a friend, talking to my girl's brother-in-law, and we were talking about the. I'm not that old, but the generation under me. If you asked them what the best rivalry in sports, and this is as we're walking into the Tin Roof, formerly the Hockey Town Cafe, we get to see all the old Red Wings jerseys.
Are you still young enough to get into the tin roof?
Oh yeah, they
Okay.
didn't even ID me. I got the scruff going.
Okay.
It was nice. But you're talking about that next generation. If you ask them what the greatest rivalry in sports is, the Red Wings and Avalanche won't even come up in conversation.
It's
They
hockey.
don't, they don't know anything about it.
It's hockey. I get it.
But back in the 2000s, especially in the 90s, that across all sports, you got Michigan, Ohio State, Red Wings, Avalanche, Red Sox, Yankees. Like, it was one of the mainstays. But not anymore. They don't know that as a rivalry because the teams haven't been good.
Brother. So you too close to the situation. Red Wings and Avalanche were not one of the mainstays.
Yeah, it was of the greatest rivalries of all time.
Here it was
In the world.
in Denver. No,
In the world.
You're distorted.
I don't think so.
Michigan, Ohio State,
Yes.
the world.
The game.
Boston, Red Sox, and the Yankees,
Yeah.
the world. The game. Red Wings, Avalanche, no. That's a regional thing, bro.
I think at the
Not
time.
even for its time, T-Foss. Not even for its time, because it was epic. It's part of what glued me
You know
to
what?
TV, man.
It
As a
was
brother, as a
probably
young
the
brother.
most exciting. But let's put things in perspective. It's hockey. It's the NHL. The NHL is way down the totem pole.
Yeah, James Ruff in the chat, he says, in the hockey world, yeah. So he kind of agrees with you. In the hockey world, he thinks it was big. In the sports world, he doesn't think as much.
No.
But I felt it back
was
then. And
huge.
I was closer to hockey back then as I was growing up. It's not in my rotation nowadays, but it was everything. Like, it was violent. It was exciting. The teams were good.
It was
you had
all
the
that,
McCarty, Claude
but
Lemieux.
Nobody outside of Detroit and Denver paid attention.
In Russia.
In Russia. Okay.
Yeah.
See, worldwide.
Russia doesn't-
Yeah, worldwide, baby. Mr. Worldwide.
What were the TV ratings from Russia for the series?
I actually, back in the day with the Russian 5, in Russia, the ratings were probably high.
They probably have 15 TV sets in all of Russia watching that.
And all 15 were watching.
All right, here's got Mr. Rivalry.
Yeah.
What rivals are there in the National Football League now?
That's a good one. That's because there's an argument to be made who is the Lions' rival in the NFC North. But in football, you probably got to go. Do you go Chiefs Ravens now? Or is that not one of the main ones? Chat, what are some of the main rivalries or the rivalries in football? Cowboys Redskins. Not huge anymore because they haven't been good, but that's an all-timer. 49ers, Cowboys. Are the Cowboys involved in all of them?
Well, only by the idiots, because they still think the Cowboys are relevant. The
Right.
Cowboys haven't been relevant in years.
Right. They just have Jerry Jones.
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati,
Okay.
because they're close, and those games always mean something.
Yeah.
Um,
Giants and Jets.
no, stop it, please.
Scientist Muster in the chat says Cowboys, Giants. Dante151, Eagles, Cowboys.
When I was a kid, I read a book, The Rivalry of the New York Giants and Dallas Cowboys. So that used to be a thing.
It used to be.
And the book was good. It was a children's book, but didn't have pictures in
Yeah.
it. So it was big time reading for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Lions, they don't have a rival.
Greg 2025 in the chat says Detroit, Chicago, Lions, Bears.
No, it's Detroit and Chicago. Detroit and Chicago hate each other. The Lions and Bears, who cares?
They haven't been relevant at the same times. They haven't been good at
Right.
the same times for it to be a true rivalry. Who would you say is the Lions' rival in the North now, at this moment?
I don't think they have one.
Do you think it becomes the Bears now that Ben Johnson's the head coach?
Yeah, there's going to be a little more juice with Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Bears used to do this was nasty. When the Lions were really bad, and Southwest Airlines, I blame Southwest Airlines, they had $19 round trip flights from Chicago to Detroit.
$19.
$19, and the Bears fans used to. Was it the Silverdome or Ford Field at that time?
Probably the Silverdome at those prices.
They used to come in to the Silverdome, pack it up. Kind of like, you know who packs their stadiums now? Toronto fans.
Mm-hmm.
With the Raptors and then
The Blue Jays
the
show
Blue
up.
Jays. Right. They all show up here.
They out-attended Tigers fans a couple weeks ago. Tigers are making a little run. They're coming back.
Yeah.
Making a little push.
That's a little embarrassing, though.
It is. It is. I want to keep asking you about this rivalry, but want to clean up a couple super chats on the Hooker topic. Sideless 5339 Burn, $5 super chat. Thank you, Burn. We didn't swing for Hooker. We traded back to move up to swap a 6th for a 5th-round pick. Broderick Martin after was the swing one, 4th and 2 5th. So kind of revisiting that Hooker trade. Hooker was a projected first-rounder because of his ACL. Got pushed back. To the Lions took him in the 3rd round. Still believe, like we open up the conversation, he was probably the heir apparent to Jared Goff before they knew that Goff was truly going to be the franchise quarterback
but you know
here.
what? Here's a dirty little secret. And I think I'm the only one who's noticed this. I think Hendon Hooker is 42 years old. Seriously, look at the dude. He looks like he's 42 years old. And maybe he is.
He's one of the oldest college football players of all time.
Right. That's my scoop. I'm laying that on Detroit.
Hey, shout out
Hendon
to
Hooker
Grim in
is
the
42
chat.
years old.
Yeah, and Grim in the chat says, Terry keeps it real. Shout out to the OG. Shout out to the OG.
Showtime Tate 313 gave us a $4.99 super chat. I need some of that barbecue and more football. I bought Madden last night, and he's itching that much more for football.
Ooh.
So it was week 3 for the Lions, week 2 for the rest of the NFL. People are getting excited for football, preseason or not. You texted me. You thought that the Lions get more out of these joint practices than the game yesterday.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Because Jared Goff actually plays in these. Aiden Hutchinson. And the Lions, from what I heard, were dominant against the Dolphins. Their first stringers were dominant against the Dolphins. So that, to me, that plays way more significance than what we saw yesterday.
Yeah. We didn't hear anything out of camp about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Which Tyreek Hill did not practice.
Right. But what we heard about was Amon-Ra St. Brown dominating. Was that the speed was on the Lions side. Jamison Williams couldn't be touched by the defensive backs of the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
did you see St. Brown in yesterday's game?
No.
Did you see Jared Goff?
No.
And how many sacks did Aiden Hutchinson have yesterday?
0.0.
And how many tackles? 0. So that's why I say the joint practices mean more to the Lions than these preseason games.
They get a controlled setting where the quarterback can wear a red jersey. You can make sure that if Aiden Hutchinson is dominating the game, that you find a way to not blow the whistle on that play because he's so much better than the Dolphins' offensive line. The coaches can control it.
And then when he gets closer to it, just taps him on the head.
Yeah.
So you down.
I was more excited to hear about the defense dominating and offense like Miami. I expected the offense to do well, but, man, some of the clips out of camp of St. Brown just torching their secondary was nuts. I
don't know if you know this, but he's a good player.
He's very good.
All right.
I'd say top 5, some say top 3 receiver in the NFL. I'm in that camp of top 5.
Okay. And you know what? I'm going to allow it.
Deal. I don't want to say this was a good test for what's coming up next, but they get to elevate. They get a chance to elevate their game against a better secondary, the Houston Texans coming to town.
Now, did you mention Isaac Teslaa?
I didn't, because we saw him in the game yesterday, so it didn't really matter, right?
Okay. Now, fellas, I want you all to listen to this.
Yes, sir.
Because I screamed it on Big D Energy last week. Isaac Teslaa, or Teslaa, or whatever his name is going to be the number 3 or number 4 receiver by Halloween.
And you know what? The question that we got up right now on socials attached to this show stream is this. Is Isaac Teslaa, this is the true or false, Isaac Teslaa should be the day 1 wide receiver 3? That's the question we got for the people.
It's a good question for you, Terry.
I'm going to say no, only because you don't disrespect a veteran like that. But by Halloween, he should be the number 3 or number 4 guy.
I'm okay if that happens. I don't think it's going to happen. But if that does, it means he has outperformed Tim Patrick and gained the trust of Jared Goff enough to be in there. And if they make that decision, I'm cool with it. I just don't think it's happening this year. We're going to see him in spurts. We're going to see him in certain packages. And we're going to see him catch touchdowns because in the red zone, he's going to get some snaps. But he's not going to be there every down third.
I'm only
number
going to
3.
ask one favor from you.
Yes, of course.
When Halloween rolls around and Teslaa is getting passes from Jared Goff and being productive and is ahead of Tim Patrick, all I want you to do is say, Terry, you were right.
I will. You have my word.
Okay.
On November 1st.
And has to be unsolicited. I don't have to want to go around, hey, dude, remember? No, you should come out and just say, oh.
You don't need to show your receipts to me.
No, T, you were right again, as usual.
Yeah. You're about to say something.
I was going to say, what is it that you believe Tim Patrick brings to the table that keeps Isaac Teslaa and all the hype on the bench just a little bit longer? Because I, too, believed at one point it's going to be after the bye week and we're going to see him starting. Now I believe we're going to see him definitely in the mix a little bit more than I initially thought, with a great chance to be that guy on day one if you continue to see these flashes and if we continue to hear of the chemistry that he and Jared Goff are starting to build.
It's that chemistry. Tim Patrick and Goff have that chemistry, and it happened pretty fast. And his experience running that route tree in this offense already, I think, is enough to keep Teslaa off the field in terms of that route package. I think if he comes on the field, he's taking some snaps from J-Mo.
All right, 2 things. 1, it's a young man's league. Young people have those advantages.
Yeah.
2, there's been the advent of the white guy. The white guy is faster, more athletic. He's moving into wide receiver and defensive back slots, running 100-meter dashes faster than a lot of the brothers. So Teslaa is a testament to that, and he's going to take Tim Patrick's job.
I'd like to thank him for helping out the Caucasian race in terms of that athletic
y'all making a comeback.
portrait. We come back, baby.
You should be proud.
Milk check. I just think that it reminds me a lot of in completely different types of players, but Jameson Williams coming up when he was first drafted and getting healthy and ready to play. He had all the tools. Maybe there were some question marks about his hands or whatever, but it took time to develop that relationship with Jared Goff.
Because he was dropping passes.
Yeah.
And he was gambling.
True. Tesla's not doing either of those.
And he was passing out $100 bills.
The dude is dangerous.
To the kids.
Yeah, he's immature. Passing out $100 bills to kids and water to keep them hydrated.
But, there was always something with Jameson.
And we could talk a whole show about Jameson Williams because the dude is about to explode and become a superstar in the NFL.
But he had to mature, dude.
He did.
Teslaa doesn't have all that baggage.
He doesn't, but
he
needs experience. He needs time. He caught 28 passes at Arkansas 1 year in the SEC. And don't get me wrong, I like everything about Teslaa, and my favorite thing I like about him is that he was Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's guy, and they went up to get him. They spent a lot of capital to get him, so I love that. And I think he's going to be great. I just don't think he's going to be this year. I think Tim Patrick is very underrated. He was still getting healthy last year and developed that rapport with Jared Goff. I still think he's got health question marks. Like the fact that you got Teslaa, I love, because I don't know if you can trust having Tim Patrick for an entire season. But what you can trust is when he's out on the field, he's running and making the perfect route decision just past the first down for Jared Goff to find him on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and you know what, man? When I look at this thing,
Got a question for you.
The Lions are having, I consider this first world problems. Definitely, because you're talking about a guy in Isaac Teslaa that everybody believes in. There hasn't been people who say that they don't believe he's going to be a good player. It's just a matter of when. And that, to me, is where you look at the Lions and how some people are underrating them. They're talking about the coordinators. Are they going to be this thing that takes the Lions apart, the interior of the offensive line? I'm like, you look up and down this line. We can say things like J-Mo is a budding superstar, but we got a whole rack of already bona fide sure stars on this team. Already. All up and down this offense, which makes me real bullish
get paid
about
too.
What they can do.
That's why in 3 years it's going to be really hard to keep this team
It's going to be
together.
something in a few years. That's why you want to see them take advantage of this window right now, which might be why some people are so zealous about the flashes that they see out of an Isaac Teslaa? Do you take advantage of who he can be right now as early as possible with a Jared Goff, who has a couple years on that contract before they have to decide something else? Or do you run it back with the wily old vet who stepped in right away, showed chemistry right away, held it down on the sidelines? But I do believe this. I do believe Isaac Teslaa gives you a little bit more of the home run hit than maybe a Tim Patrick could give you. And as it relates to J-Mo, though, that to me is what separates him even more so from even a guy like Isaac Teslaa. As much as we like him, we knew J-Mo was a guy. Just throw it to him. Just throw it down the field, and he was already taking the top off defenses even when he was getting the pedestrian 300 to 400 yards a season.
Now, I need you to buckle your lips for a minute, 'cause I have a really good question for you two clowns. All right, at the end of the year, we're talking about one of these two guys being offensive or defensive player of the year. Are we more likely to hear that Jahmyr Gibbs is the offensive player of the year, or are we more likely to hear that Aiden Hutchinson is the defensive player of the year?
Wow.
So that's why I wanted him to buckle his lips, because I had a good question for y'all.
Yeah, it was a great question.
That's a great one.
'Cause I think they're both going to be in the mix. You ask who is more likely to win it.
Okay, Waffles, I need an answer.
I know you do. That's why I'm talking through while my brain's processing. I think it's Hutch. I can't wait to watch Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's certainly got a chance. But if Hutch continues, not what he did last year, but what he's been doing this offseason and this training camp, both against the Lions and the Dolphins, everything you hear about him, his legs healthy, he might be more explosive, might be stronger. He has a chance to lead the league in sacks, take this defense to a top 5 defense in the league, and help the Lions win a Super Bowl. That man has a better chance to win Defensive Player of the Year. In fact, I think he'll be a finalist.
And you know what, man? When I hear you talk about this thing, I believe in what Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be. But I believe that the best thing for the Detroit Lions is finding the best way to keep this guy healthy and then being able to unleash him fully in the playoffs. That's what I'm hoping they do with Jahmyr Gibbs. And you got the double backfield. You got the best running back room in all of football. But when you look at what the Lions are with that edge position on that defensive line, 14 plus for Aiden Hutchinson. And I believe he's going to get off to a tear and absolutely terrorize, you see the shirt there, the NFC.
I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs. I see a little Barry Sanders in Jahmyr
Yeah.
Gibbs.
I don't hate you for that.
I agree with that.
He shifts very well. He gets hit more than Barry Sanders. Gets hit harder, but he's got that shift and that body movement, and he's just funky.
And then he can stop on a dime and take off.
Like he's faster than Barry Sanders.
Yeah. And can probably keep up his top speed a little faster than Barry.
No, a lot faster.
There are no holes in Barry's game, so this is not a shot at him. But you watch a lot of Barry Sanders highlights. Maybe because it was a 70-yard run, he's nearing the end zone, starting on the 30-yard line where he's getting horse-collared at the 5-yard line. Or maybe it's because he was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, dipping and diving before he had to take off. People caught Barry Sanders.
No, they did catch him, and that's the one thing. I'm not saying it was annoying, but it was just a part of his game that he was going to get caught.
He had those little legs. They can only go so fast for so long.
I know, but those things were thick, man. They were like ham hocks.
Yeah, you weren't tackling. Like, he would run over you at the line of scrimmage or stop on a dime and pivot lateral. He is the most elite lateral shifter in NFL history. He was the first
Is that a
human
phrase,
joystick.
lateral shifter?
It's a new phrase.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. They call Dante Hall the human joystick. I think Barry Sanders was the OG.
Yeah.
The OG.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. And you know what, T. Foss, I'm not mad at the pick because both of them, I believe, are going to be in the conversation for Offensive Player of the Year as well as Aiden Hutchinson with Defensive Player of the Year. But with Jahmyr Gibbs, do you believe he's going to get the opportunities with David Montgomery in the backfield? If we get the Jahmyr Gibbs that we saw when David Montgomery wasn't there, I think that this is even much more close. But you see him going out there and still getting the production, even with Monty back there?
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is taking that number one spot. And here's the other thing. Gibbs is not going to be just in the backfield. They're going to put him in the slot. They may put him out wide.
Hey, talk about it.
Because when Brad Holmes drafted him, and people questioned, why do you take a running back? He said, I'm drafting a weapon. And we haven't seen the weapon as much, his first 3 years of his career. But now you hear him talk that they're going to move him out. Even he's saying that. They're going to move me in the slot. They're going to move me out wide. So he is going to be a weapon. He's not going to be a running back. He's going to be, maybe they should just put Jahmyr Gibbs athlete.
Yeah.
Like they do in college.
Yeah, Big M53 in the chat says, Gibbs the first back since Barry that I feel Gibbs can take it to the house on every time.
Yeah, home run hitter every time. Yeah. Every single time. And James Ruff in the chat, to just kind of back up what T. Foss was saying, he says Gibbs is the wide receiver 3.5. And in my opinion, I think he might be the wide receiver 3 in a lot of instances. Straight up.
Might see a few less trick plays to Khalif Raymond, a few less. I'm a big Khalif Raymond guy.
Just get it to your dogs.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. I don't even need to preempt.
No, do
but
it.
I'm hoping that John Morton's offense and Hank Fraley, who's going to have a lot to play in this offense too, I am really hoping it's get it to your horses. They got some talent here. You love your depth pieces. I don't think that the Lions are in a position or at a spot where they have to make sure everybody gets a piece of the – go out there, give it to your dogs, because I think they got a whole lot of home run hitters. It's no need to play around anymore if you got this level of talent.
Yeah. When you think about it, that was the kicker why I decided to choose Hutch over Gibbs for this argument. Gibbs has everything you would want in a player to become an offensive player of the year, but there are so many other weapons on offense. There is David Montgomery. There is 5 other wide receivers that are going to take touches away from him. With Hutch, it's see quarterback, get quarterback. It's go and get as many sacks and pressures as possible.
Unless, young man, we're hearing this Marcus Davenport chatter. Unless Davenport becomes this stud.
Come on, T.
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. I didn't say I believed it. This is what I'm hearing. Marcus Davenport is supposed to be a beast.
He is a beast. Being a beast isn't the question with that boy. It's how much time can he be on the field. The dude is hurt every single season. When he plays, he's good. He never plays. That's the problem. If he plays, and if he's the Marcus Davenport we think he can be, Hutch will definitely win Defensive Player of the Year. He's a huge piece to that defense, Marcus Davenport. That doesn't mean he has to have 10 sacks. Doesn't mean he has to have 12 sacks and 75 pressures. But him being healthy means Hutch will win Defensive Player of the Year.
How about if we play in 10 plays?
I'll take 10.
Let's start that.
I'll start there. Please. We don't know if we're going to get that out of him.
And I do wonder, though, when we talk about this Aiden Hutchinson thing, for everything we believe that may take away touches for Jahmyr Gibbs on the offense, you got to think about the defense. If Davenport isn't right, which is there's a big possibility he's not, and we're still waiting for guys that get after the quarterback like Ali McNeil from the interior and a Malcolm Rodriguez from the linebacker spot, I do wonder how much that allows defenses to be able to do what they did to Aiden Hutchinson 2 or 3 years ago and just key in on him, load up on Aiden Hutchinson, send the doubles and the triples to be able to slow him down. So I think that this question is like the more and more we talk about it, the more and more I believe it's already close. If that line was starting off healthy, I think it's just a runaway Aiden Hutchinson. But I do wonder how much the injuries to start the season are going to affect him. He's going to get all the attention.
This is the first year we're talking about the question marks being on the defensive line than in the secondary.
Oh, goodness.
We don't have to worry about what's behind Hutch. Hutch is his whole career, his short career up to this point. Who knows what's been going on behind him? Now that's all taken care of. That secondary's fine. They got what I believe is an underrated linebacking group. Now it's just up to Hutch to go get the quarterback.
All right, I'm going to make an all too soon prediction. No, guarantee. Forget the prediction. The guarantee.
Guarantee it. T-Foss, look into that camera and tell the people. Look, tell them, man.
All right. Everybody's worried about the schedule, right? The Detroit Lions will defeat the Washington Commanders by 10 points.
Yeah.
Let's go. If
the Lions had this defense that they're parading out for the preseason, they would have beaten the Commanders last year in the playoffs.
It's funny you say that. I was at the game yesterday, and it was the fourth quarter, and I was like, I recognize these names. these defensive players making plays.
Right.
It's like those are the starters in the Commanders game last year.
Right.
In the fourth quarter of preseason game number 3, I recognize you guys.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy when you think about it. And another thing, not just the defense that I believe is going to have a better performance, but Jared Goff will have a better performance. If that offense was at anywhere near capacity, I believe that they blow the doors off of what I believe to be an overrated Commanders defense last year. And coming into this season, I don't think that their defense is going to be that good. For what I thought they were last year as an upstart team, I do believe that their defense can actually trip them up this year. And I don't think enough people are talking about that with the Commanders.
And I'm not finished. When the Lions beat the Commanders by 10 points or more, Jared Goff will have 1 or fewer turnovers because he's going to play a lot more relaxed. He's not going to feel the pressure of having to score on every possession because the defense stinks. So they'll probably score fewer points, but the Commanders are going to score way fewer points. Lions by 10 or more in that game.
And T-Foss, that game November 9th at 4:25, which means Isaac Teslaa will be wide receiver number 3.
He will.
He'll have a game under his belt, too.
Yeah, and he may have a touchdown in that game. Not willing to guarantee that yet,
No.
but he could.
We don't know if Terry McLaurin's going to be suited up for the Commanders that day.
Well, that's
They
right.
got
He
their own
gone.
question marks.
Yeah, they do. He gone.
He gone.
He's mad. And you know
Scary Terry.
he has spread venom in that locker room. Like, I'm the best wide receiver here. I'm one of the best in the National Football League, and they won't take care of me.
He's on his Denzel Washington.
You're next.
Yeah. Luke
And
McCaffrey,
that-
you're up.
Yeah, and that's what he's saying to these young fellas.
Yeah.
He's on his Denzel Washington like, y'all going to do this to me?
Right?
Y'all
Right.
going to do this to me? Come on, man. And I do. When you're talking about teams that, for everything last year I thought was right with the Guardians, Commanders. For everything I thought was right
They're
with
both
the Commanders.
stupid names.
Yeah, all of them.
They're
stupid
both
names. Just
dumb.
Go back to the names. This year, there's so much more noise. Last year, there was so much harmony. Everyone was talking about their front office. People were talking about the moves they made, and people thought that they had underrated players like a Scary Terry. And some of us kind of laughed at it, like, nah, he ain't on Amon-Ra's level. And he acquitted himself in that playoff game. This year, the noise seems to be drumming up more negatively than positively. And this year, I do believe it's going to trip them up. I think that they're going to win by more than 10 against the Commanders. But T. Foss, you were the first to really put it out there on wax.
Okay,
Man.
you heard it here first.
Book it.
And then if it doesn't happen, it never happened.
Yeah.
We never talked about
I don't
it.
know what you're talking
we'll
about.
delete this
Right.
stream.
That's not a receipt that I'll bring.
Speaking of that, this is not football related, but I had dinner last night with 2 doctors.
Okay.
And
wow.
you know how if somebody collapses, have a heart attack or
They're choking.
something or choking, they always say, is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house? You know what these 2 doctors told me? They look around and say, yeah, is there a doctor in the house? Because they're not touching that.
No, why? They worried about? What are they worried about?
They're going to get sued.
Oh.
They said you will get involved in that. You will try to help somebody who's choking or having a heart attack, and then you have to follow all the steps. That's your responsibility until they get an ambulance or they go check into the hospital or another doctor takes over. And they said those people who you tried to save will sue your ass.
Unbelievable.
So they're saying we don't touch that.
But if you or me tried to,
We're good.
We're good. They're not going to sue us because we're
we
not.
don't know what we're
We're
doing
not medical
anyway.
professionals, even though I call you Dr. Foster from time to time.
You're not going to sue me.
You're my
'cause
therapist, but
I'm not pretending that I'm going to help you through a heart attack.
No.
But I want to soothe you. I'll hold your hand and say, come on, I'm rooting for you.
you got this.
Right.
You got this. But a doctor, they'll get sued. They're expected to
Right.
do everything by the book. That sucks.
It does suck.
Even if if I'm in that situation, I'm the one who needs help. I'd rather have a doctor, even if they're going to make a mistake. But they're too scared to do it because they're going to get sued.
Yes.
bullshit.
Here's my guarantee. If I have a heart attack or something and a doctor tries to save me, I don't care what the outcome is, I'm not going to sue your ass. 'Cause
Live.
you tried to help me.
Live on Woodward Sports.
Right. You tried to help me.
Yeah.
I can't sue you.
It happens too much in the medical profession, lawyers. There are shady doctors and shady lawyers and shady everybody's. Shouldn't ruin it for the good ones.
Correct. and don't ruin it for me because I want somebody to help me.
Yeah, I'd rather have that doctor take care of me.
Right. I'm not ready to check out.
You think? Nah, I'm not going to go there. I was trying to bring it back to football and some stuff.
No, go ahead.
No, if you're a player and you had an emergency on the field.
Well,
and I know it's different.
It doesn't count
when
you're on the field because, A, you are an employee of the team. That is your job to try to help somebody out. And, in fact, we had a conversation about what's the first thing you do when you go out on the field trying to assess somebody's injury or whatever. And I forgot what they said, but I chimed in and said, I would say my first thing was, you okay, bro?
Mm-hmm.
We got you.
See if they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make eye contact and see if their toes are moving.
Yeah, they want to see if they're talking.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. Those were the first things we heard back when and he appears to be doing great now in concussion protocol, but Maurice Norris, the DB on the Lions, before we knew really much, the first reports we got back from Dan Campbell is that he's breathing, he's talking, and he's hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's step one to make sure someone's all right.
Right. But
then
if he does that on the train, these doctors are not touching him.
I'm not going near that. That sucks.
It does.
That sucks. It makes me not want to be a doctor.
Well, you're not going to be one.
Would you ever be a doctor? Like, did you ever think about that growing up?
Probably 5 minutes.
If you weren't a sports guy, writer, personality, host, what job would you have had? Would you have wanted? Did you ever dream of something else growing up?
You know what? I had a job, and my aunt cussed me out. I was looking for a summer job after high school, and so I went to Olga's Kitchen. And the interview not only went well, but they said, hey, if you don't go to college, we'll make you an assistant manager, and then you can be a manager down the road.
That's cool.
So maybe I would be a manager at Olga's Kitchen.
It might be renamed Terry's by now.
Right. And so then my aunt was like, she said, really?
What are you doing?
She said, you better take your ass to Central Michigan University and get that diploma before I kill you.
Yeah.
So that was the end of my career at Olga's Kitchen.
Yeah, and then the rest is history?
Rest is history. So maybe I would have been a manager at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever.
I don't know how much fast food you consume nowadays, but they got a lot of these fast food chains have really good employee programs or employee development programs. I know Taco Bell has one of the best like manager programs and pays.
Right.
Weird. Who would have thought? You get a dollar burger, something off the dollar menu that might not actually be meat, but they can pay their employees.
You know, White Castle, the hamburgers?
Yeah.
That's not meat.
No. What is it? It's a mix of...
It's soybeans.
Is it really?
Yeah, soybeans and beef mixed together.
Ugh.
Still good.
Makes my titties tingle.
We're trying to save money.
So, Terry, I got a super chat in here from Byrne, from Sideless5339. Before I read it, I just want to circle back to who you think the Lions' rival is right now.
Today. I don't think they really have a rival.
No.
No, I think the fans have a rival
with whatever market
with
they
Green
want.
Bay.
With Green Bay.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I have to do. I have to have what a rivalry is today compared to back in the day. Compared to back in the day, there's no rivalry for the Lions. But today, where if you look at somebody wrong, then they're your rivals and you hate them. I have to say, still the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. What about this?
But for me, if you're asking my opinion, it should be the Chicago Bears.
Based off of recent history
or
the future?
Here's what. Ben Johnson, Bears fans talk shit.
Yeah.
They
wish they were us.
And they wish, but they would never admit that. I've had too many interactions with Bears fans, and the whole thing is they talk to you like this. And I hate when people and what they're doing, they're dismissing you.
Yeah.
And they go, this Lions thing, That's not going to last long. The Bears are going to win the division. And they're talking about what happened last year when the Lions won 15-2 from the I had to go to a wedding in Chicago, and I met too many Bears fans.
I remember this.
They said that the Bears won the division last year.
Yeah. They had this incredible offseason. They
And
got
you know
all
how
these
they
weapons.
said it? Here's how they said it. Bears are going to win that division. It's the Lions. It's still the Lions.
Caleb Williams.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what I did? I'm an asshole. You know what I did during the
What?
draft? Every Bears fan I saw, I asked them one question. You think the Bears are giving up too soon on Justin Fields? And I just want to see how they reacted. Some of them said, yeah, you're right about that. And others said, nah, that guy sucks. But I just wanted to annoy them.
Right.
Get on their nerves.
You could still have that conversation. That's how questionable things are in Chicago right now.
Or you can say, hey, how are things going with Caleb Williams?
Yeah. Great to see him in their first preseason game. Not.
Well, you don't play him if you believe in him.
Or you don't play him if you believe he's going to embarrass you.
No. Dude, listen. Preseason, you don't play guys you want to play in the regular season.
Why are the Bengals playing Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase? Why do
the Bengals always fuck up every year?
they're trying to change things? I think it was Steve Lehman in our chat a couple minutes ago asked, if you don't remember, the Lions didn't have the fastest start last year either. It looked a little wonky till about week 5.
But they got through it.
They did.
But you know what? They were healthy. You didn't
Until
have to
week
play.
5.
You didn't have to play. Well, yeah.
Week
You didn't
6.
have to play the first month without Jared Goff.
Yeah.
You didn't have to play the first month without St. Brown or Sam Laporta or something like that.
You had everybody.
So there is such a fear. Now I tell you what I'm gonna do with you, damn it.
Oh boy.
Now I'm gonna see if you're gonna be Mr. Sweetie Pie again. If you were in charge, when or if would you play Jared Goff in the preseason?
I either wouldn't play him at all or I'd give him a series in preseason game 4. Assuming there's
Which is usually 3.
Right. And assuming there's no joint practices, which there are.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it's set up now, I don't need to see Jared Goff in the offense.
Okay, so because they have the joint practices, you're not playing him at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Dan Campbell's doing it right.
Yeah. I think he's doing it perfectly.
Okay.
Chef's kiss. Even the joint practices being the last 2 preseason teams you're playing against, last 2 preseason games. You're working on the practice field in your controlled setting. That's where the ones go head to head. That's where we get to see Jameson St. Brown now against Lattimore and Stingley, and Gardner Johnson's out for a while, but that secondary in Houston's nasty. That's what I want to see. Not out on the field where you got refs making 24 penalty calls, picking the flag. They didn't know what they were doing.
A lot of penalties with the Lions this year.
Yeah. We don't need to see our guys out there. That's why Tim Patrick's not playing.
Oh, God. You know what? You might be right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Real quick, Burn, this $5 super chat says the Vikings are the current in-division rival, but we don't see them as our rival despite the entire NFC North being decided by Vikings and Lions games. Then Dante15151, 199 super chat, back to our past conversation, said Hendon Hooker will be starting in the UFL or CFL in 2026.
You know what? What's it? The Rough Riders?
Yeah.
The Rough Riders. He's going to play for the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
That's my other big prediction.
Shout out RIP DMX.
But here's something. You missed the super chat. Here's how we determine who the Lions' rivalries are. All right, guys out there, who do you hate? Which team do you hate?
The Bears.
That you don't.
Sorry, you're right. Hypothetical, rhetorical question, Woodcock.
Right, you're prejudice. The
Sorry.
audience.
Sorry, go ahead.
Who do you guys hate the most? Green Bay, the Bears, or Minnesota? I don't think people here hate Minnesota. I grew up hating Minnesota because when I was a kid, I liked the Lions. And the Minnesota won something like 17 games in a row.
Mm-hmm. They're nasty.
That was ridiculous.
Nasty.
And it was always, you knew the Lions were going to win, they'd be up, and then they do something stupid at the end and lose 17-13 or 17-14 right at the end.
I don't hate the Vikings. I respect them the most in the division. I don't know if I would say that they're the rivals. I think it's the Bears.
Well, what team do you hate the most in the division?
The Bears.
Then to you,
Yeah.
the Bears are the rivals.
Yeah.
Now, to a lot of people, Green Bay, they haven't gotten over Aaron Rodgers being in Green Bay.
I get that. Green Bay was that thorn in that generation after the Vikings dominance. It was Green Bay. You want Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and even the last couple years before the last two, it's been a battle. We've had their number, though. We've owned them.
No, that's true, but they're still a little salty around here about you can't lose to that team.
Yeah. We're still the Lions to them.
Right.
We're still the SOL to the Packers and Packer fans.
Yeah, I think the rest of the division looks at this. The Lions are being cute now. They're going to have a little 2 or 3 year run, and then they're going to revert and be the old Lions again.
Right.
So
How much stock do you put in
there's
that,
a
though?
lack of respect.
0.
I was gonna say how much stock do you put into that? Because I'm already hearing people saying Hendon Hooker isn't working out for you. Jared Goff contract is almost up and he hasn't gotten it done for you yet. How much stock do you put in the rival fans believing that this is just a flash in the pan for our Detroit Lions?
All right, I'm torn on this question, and let me tell you why.
Actually,
One,
I
I
was
do
gonna-
believe that the Lions have the fortitude, the leadership, and the players to go to a Super Bowl. But there's another part of me that says, okay, the first time that the Lions get it right,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily go to the Super Bowl because all these other teams have been doing it right for the most part for decades. And either they don't go or they've only been once or twice. So I have that big flip-flop that they're good enough to go. But then there's this guy on this show that says, but T, it's the first time the Lions have been a real organization. You can't go all the way the first time you get it right. So that guy over here is messing with me.
Yeah. The little devil.
Yeah. I like him, though.
But was that first time? Was that the 49ers choke job? Was that the 17-point?
No, when Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes walked in that front door, that was, and then Sheila Hamp was in charge and hired Chris Spielman
Yeah, Rod
and all
Disner.
those guys to make decisions. That's the first time they got it right.
Right. No, I'm saying the first time they made it, the Lions made it but didn't get the job done, was when they lost to the 49ers.
Correct.
Had to reset. Lost to the Commanders. They say Commanders, the 49ers 2 years ago. They had their moment. We thought they were going to get to the Super Bowl. They were half away from the Super Bowl. Didn't get it done.
Do you know what my wife said to me at halftime of the 49ers game?
Said Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's waving. This is a problem.
No.
Something's happening.
Said, babe,
that was tough.
buy airline tickets to New Orleans now. And I said, no way. I said, even though I believe in it, it's still the Lions. They'll find a way to screw this up. So I'm not buying plane tickets. If they're ahead when the clock reads 000, then I'll buy those plane tickets. Other than that, no, it's not happening.
You'll pay the premium
Correct.
to know what you're getting.
And I'm glad I stuck to my guns.
So you're the type of guy who would wait till after the season to give Aiden Hutchinson his monster mega deal.
What's that got to do with buying plane tickets for the Super Bowl?
It's your person. You said you got to wait till it hits 0-0 so you can be sure.
Well, because
versus speculating,
there's a
maybe
different-
wasting some money.
All right, bro. There's a
Get cheaper
difference.
tickets.
There's a difference between waiting for a Lions game to be over and deciding when to pay Aiden Hutchinson.
Before Micah Parsons, after Micah Parsons.
Is that leg holding up, or is it not holding up?
True.
So we got to find that out first.
Yeah.
Right?
We do. Sounds like it's
or are
holding
you
up.
just gonna pay him now and just leave? Because you're the Disney guy. You believe in everything. The world is great all the time. Aiden Hutchinson's leg
Look at
is
that
gonna
Broder
be.
smile.
Yeah.
No. This fool over here thinks Aiden Hutchinson's leg it's not going to be 100%. It's going to be 200%.
Hell yeah.
I almost feel like they have to pay him. And I feel like to get ourselves out in front of the issue that we see happening in 2 to 3 years where you can't pay everybody, I say just lock him in now before Michael Parsons sets the market, because Aiden Hutchinson's going to ball out. I really believe Aiden Hutchinson 14-plus sacks on the season, and then it's going to become a problem if we do sign him
regardless,
after
he's
Parsons.
still going to get paid.
Yeah.
Even if you do it before Michael Parsons, maybe you save $2 million. What's that going to do for you? Nothing.
Man, hey, bro, that could be Netflix. That could be Craig
You're
Reynolds.
going to have to pay.
Get her done. It was in that Dallas game where Hutch got hurt, but David Montgomery gave the old Disney. Wait, I'm going the wrong way on screen. His touchdown dance in the end zone. Yeah, J-Mo doing the.
Was it
playing the
okay for him to
banjo.
celebrate then?
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a starter. He's a beast. David Montgomery, the beast. Well, we're talking NFC North, Terry. I'm gonna spin a question on you. Who finishes 4th in the NFC North?
Ooh. Now, finally, you ask a good question.
Yeah, bring it.
4th, I'm going to go the Bears.
That's a popular choice with this question.
But they're talking all that trash and we going to be good and, boy, Lions, you better stay out the way. Caleb Williams is the real deal.
Yeah.
But I still think you got to learn a new coaching staff. Caleb Williams, I don't know where his head is. And the Bears are still, I mean, they did good things, but they are still learning to play together. The Lions have been together for 3 or 4 years. Green Bay is always a pain in the ass. And Minnesota is the team we always think is going to drop off, but they're always there. It's
Always.
Chuggers.
Always. I think they had the best offseason of the NFC North, in the
Right.
NFC North.
So
I like what Minnesota did.
4th place, Chicago Bears.
Gotcha. Is it wrong of me to say the Packers are going to finish in 4th place?
No.
I got this striking suspicion.
I tell you, any team in this division except the Lions could finish in last place.
I think you're right.
That's the only team.
I have a hard time believing that the Vikings will finish 4th, but they are the only team in the division that's starting a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
So it could be them.
It could be them. I don't
Caleb
think it
Williams
is.
plays like a rookie.
Yeah, man. I reports out of Chicago aren't great. He's got a lot, not just a lot to learn being an NFL quarterback still, but he's got to learn Ben Johnson's new offense.
Bingo.
Ben Johnson's got to learn how to be a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't just focus on.
Ben Johnson's got to learn how not to be Dan Campbell. He's got to be his own man.
That's a good point. As soon as you're trying to be like Dan Campbell, a guy like Ben Johnson, it's not genuine. It's not authentic. So he gets a lot of credit in this town for fixing Jared Goff, for the reason Jared Goff is as good as he is. I'm going to run with that for 1 second because his entire job in Detroit was to make sure Jared Goff was good and that the offense was running.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think Jared Goff is going to turn into a pumpkin.
No, me neither.
With Ben Johnson not here.
Me neither. But the point is, he can't just devote 100% of his time to Caleb Williams in the offense. And that's who he's tied his career to.
Correct.
His head coaching future is now tied to Caleb Williams. He made a bet on that. He had other teams to choose for the last 2 years, and he bet on Caleb Williams. So he's got to make sure that Caleb Williams is worthy of a number 1 pick, becomes the first Bears quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards. But he's also got to be a head coach of the entire team and figure out how to get that entire organization, which has been in shambles for decades, running in sync like the Lions are now. He saw it in Detroit. He doesn't have the type of time that Dan Campbell had. He's got to get it now.
I think he's going to find out how difficult it is. I just don't think he's going to turn the Bears around immediately.
No.
It's going to take a while. But I got another question for you. I know who you think is going to win the NFC North, the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Lions don't win it. What team wins the NFC North?
The
None.
Vikings.
Throw the whole division away if the Lions don't win it. That is a reality that I can't even fathom. I can't even fathom that being
Phantom
reality.
it for a minute.
Sheesh.
If the Lions don't win the division, who will?
While I have on my 2024 NFC Championship BTA undefeated shirt, This is, oh, goodness. If I had to pick one, I just don't believe in Jordan Love. I'm sorry. I don't. And I get it. There's some question marks everywhere else in this division, especially at quarterback. But I'm almost believing that the wacky, wild Vikings will find a way again to be the second best team in this division, though it should be the Packers. I do. I think the Vikings, the defense, the way that their offense, I believe, will cater to a less experienced JJ McCarthy. I think that they have an opportunity to.
I'm going to go Packers, too. What sayeth you, young man?
Who's going to win it?
If the Lions don't win the division.
The Vikings.
Yeah,
I
think
love
the
how they're built.
Vikings
They're built
for
in
me.
the trenches. They went out and addressed it. Their defensive line in free agency and their offensive line in the draft and some free agency. I hate to admit it, love the Donovan Jackson pick for that offense with Aaron Jones. It's just going to fall on JJ McCarthy. He's got the weapons. He's got a really good head coach. And I'm not talking playoff success. We're talking winning the division. If it's not the Lions, it's going to be the Vikings.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. The Vikings, I just think that the way that they're built, we saw it last year. It was what made me bullish about them last year. I said the Vikings are one of those squads that they just find a way to be middling, and when they put just a few things together, all of a sudden they're in contention in a division. And I believe this year they're still just as well built. It's just the quarterback position is a question mark. But we came into the season saying that last year too with Sam Darnold.
That's a good point.
And let me get this out the way.
Bring it.
I'm gonna make this mistake the rest of the season. JJ McCarthy is a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is not. But in my mind, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
So can you win with a rookie quarterback who's not really a rookie?
National champion. And second year in the league, though he doesn't really have the experience. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough.
He passed like 2 times a game when he was at Michigan. Come on now.
Yeah, his value in the draft, and it's the projecting what JJ McCarthy could be as a more pocket passer or a more of a passer in the NFL, not just handing the ball off. He has the tools. He has the arm strength, the smarts, the mobility. He's got it all. We just didn't see it enough at Michigan. We didn't see however many throws you want to see a college quarterback make or a minor league hitter. How many at-bats does he need before he's ready? We haven't seen it from JJ. He can make all the throws. I thought he should have sat for a year.
But didn't he know all the defensive plays before they happened?
No. Maybe the year before, but when they won the national championship, all of the allegations and fines and suspensions had already happened, so there was no cheating or no sign stealing when they beat Ohio State and Alabama and went to get that natty championship. They had already been caught.
Okay. And don't want to get into it because I know Michigan fans get pissed.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge of my seat, T.
Huh?
I said I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. I'm a Michigan fan.
Wasn't the whole cheating thing unnecessary?
Yeah.
When you look at Michigan's schedule,
100.
Who do you fear? What teams do you look at and say, oh, my God, we need a competitive advantage to beat this team? Is it Purdue? Is it Indiana? Is it
It's none.
Okay.
And as far as we know it didn't even quite give them a competitive advantage.
Zero. None.
That's the crazy part. It's like, I don't know why do it, but that's where when you dig more, you realize Connor Stallions is that's a wacky dude. That's a wacky. He got some ties and some deep wants.
Here's
to see
what we
Michigan at
found
the
out
top.
then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
That there is stupidity that permeates through the University of Michigan because they did a cheating scandal that was unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly.
They did a cheating scandal that probably didn't benefit them, but it made them look stupid.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever.
I agree with that.
And it tore down this wall that Michigan never does anything wrong. We're Michigan. Go Blue.
We are.
Blah, blah, blah. So.
It's dumb. And I'm not they cheated. They should be punished. What they did was against the rules. You cannot convince me they gained a competitive advantage with Connor Stallions on an iPhone.
What was the biggest punishment that Michigan suffered in this whole thing?
What, $20 million fine?
That's not it.
I think
Harbaugh
a ding to the brand just a little bit, in my opinion. The public perception.
Harbaugh got the hell out of here.
No, I know. I was gonna say like the Harbaugh getting suspended for the Penn State game, but
No.
like they tried to make that an issue. It just helped Sherrone Moore be ready for the big moment. I don't know.
Here's
There's
Here's the biggest punishment Michigan got. When Michigan fans go around and says, our program is pristine.
That's what
We do nothing wrong because we're Michigan. Go blue. Now, what you can do is say, really? Go to hell. You're wrong. Y'all cheated. That's the biggest punishment right there.
Yeah, you can't say, "Hey, we're perfect. We're good at everything. We do everything the right way."
Right.
There are people at the university that operate the wrong way,
Correct.
in a shady way, and against the rules. They're like that everywhere.
Now
We
I want
can't
to
do that.
I want to take a shot at our NFL wide receiver, Braylon Reginald Edwards III.
You can get him on a single
Hey,
shot here. I want nothing
Shout
a
out to
part
my guy.
of it.
Yes. Shout out to my guy.
I'm not
Braylon.
afraid of
This
him.
is T. Foss.
I'm afraid of him.
Shout out T. Foss.
No, last time I saw Braylon Edwards, he said, "Hey T, you hate Michigan, man. You're a Michigan State guy. You hate Michigan." First of all, shut up. I'm a state of Michigan man. Here's where I get in trouble. When Michigan fans, they want you to buy 100% of their bullshit. Now, if I say I buy 85 or 90% of it, you know what they say? "Oh, you hate Michigan. Oh, you hate Michigan. Go blue. Go blue." You're supposed to believe everything we say.
Hail.
Right. Hell, go blue. Now, if I'm saying 10 to 15% of the stuff y'all say is bullshit, and you say, "Oh, that's not high enough. It's got to be 100%," then I don't care.
Yeah.
You know why we quiet?
Huh?
It's because he's not wrong. He's
No.
not wrong.
I want it all.
Right.
You're either in or you're out.
Yes.
Walmart, Meijer, Target, whatever type of Wolverine fan, we'll take them.
Well, I can't talk to the Target Wolverines
No.
because I'm boycotting Target
Why?
these days
Why?
because of their DEI policy.
T. Foss is a treasure,
So
dog.
I am boycotting Target. There's probably a bunch of places I should.
Yeah.
That's all I know, though.
Probably shouldn't eat or shop anywhere nowadays.
Right.
Yeah.
But I tell you one thing, brothers cannot boycott Popeyes. Nope. Love that Popeyes.
I'm laughing because it's true.
By the way, our chat earlier was like very lopsided. Isaac Teslaa should be wide receiver 3 on day 1. It was like 60-some%. the
Yeah,
last
They
time.
should be or should not be?
62%.
Should be.
Should. They
Should
say,
be by day 1.
Yep. And
People
shout
are
out,
falling for it. They're not falling
get
for
me fired up, chat.
not falling for the player being a good player one day. Falling for the preseason. He's the star of the preseason for sure.
You know who's falling for it, too?
who?
This guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
think he can play. And your boy Tim Patrick, he's not going to be gone, but he's going to be sitting down on the sideline with a little wrap around his shoulder as Teslaa is playing ahead of him. By Halloween. I'm getting him to Halloween.
Trick or treat, baby.
Right.
They'll slowly start phasing him out. Too late to you, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we read this $5 super chat from Burn?
We have not yet.
Definitely. Let's definitely. I think that's a good one.
Sideless5339 Burn, thank you again for another $5 super chat. Yeah, our rival, the Vikings, will challenge us. NFL is weird, though. You don't have one rival. All 4 teams generally hate each other in all of the divisions.
Right. But the problem with the rest of the division, they didn't even respect the Lions.
Right.
They looked at them as like the Washington Generals who were stuck in their division. But now they got to look at them and say, "Oh, you know what? They're pretty good." Now we got to pay attention to them. They may not want to admit it, but in the back of their mind, they're like, okay, they may not go away as quickly as we think they're going to go away.
Yeah, you're right. I got one last question for you to end the show here. And, chat, I want to hear your responses, too. Before you do, hit the like button for us if you enjoyed the show. Maybe hit the subscribe button. Maybe hit the bell so you're notified when we go live. We got shows all week long here at the Woodward Sports Network. But here's a question for you, Mr. Terry Foster. Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, Kevin O'Connell, and Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Which coach gets fired by their team first?
Oh, jeez. Kevin O'Connor.
Really?
Yeah. Dan Campbell is not even close to getting. And then LaFleur should be the answer, but they love him in Green Bay. And he's got that woke mojo over there, so he's not going to get fired.
Yeah. Got Brian Gutekunst leading the way in Green Bay. I call him Mr. Irritable Bowel Syndrome. He keeps taking number 2s.
Right.
Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs.
Who do you think's going to be the next to get fired? But because none of these people are close to being fired now, but
Yeah, it's not. None of them are going to happen this year.
But at some point, you're hired to be fired. So it's going
Exactly.
to happen. Dan Campbell's going to get fired from his job at some point.
That sounds
one
so
point.
crazy.
At one point. But the first NFC North coach to get fired, the first current NFC North to get fired, it's Ben Johnson. He's the most recent to get a job, and he will be the first of this group to get fired. When you tie your career to Caleb Williams, when your first head coaching job is in Chicago tied to Caleb Williams, you're not going to last long. He might not make it out of year 2.
So has he become the offensive coordinator for the Lions again?
Maybe. Maybe. And I'd welcome that. I'd welcome it. Josh McDaniels is a fantastic offensive coordinator. One of the worst head coaches in NFL history. He can come back. Right now, he's the enemy, though. We're not talking. Go fail in Chicago. He's going to fail in Chicago. It's how soon.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell's safe. O'Connell's safe. LaFleur, to me, I think he shouldn't be as safe as he is. Ben Johnson's going to get fired first. You heard it here first.
Okay, you might be right. And you know what? If that happens, I'm going to walk up to you unsolicited and say, hey, Hollywood pants.
Yeah.
You were right.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got us another super chat in there. Shout out to Dante151. When we say super chats, we should just say we got another Dante151.
Oh, no. $5 from Dante
Is
says,
this the Dante 151 show or what?
yeah. Dante is one of our most loyal fans, followers, family members, as
Supporters,
good old Pete used to say. Very generous here in the chat. He says, I have a question. Why are some people are trying to give Teslaa the nickname Mayotron? He's not a sicko like Mayo Man Will Levis.
All right.
Mayotron.
Now, why you
Mayotron?
Okay.
Vanillatron or Mayotron?
No. Wait a minute. Stop. Now you guys irritate me. He doesn't deserve a nickname yet. Let him play.
I'm there.
Let him take Tim Patrick's job away, and then let's talk about nicknames. I was listening to the Flagship, and they had a show that was so fucking embarrassing about, let's call him Mayotron. That doesn't even make sense.
No.
Or Mega something or whatever. No. It should be spontaneous. It just needs to come. You don't need to be sitting in front of a computer and say, what should we name him?
Should Google him.
Coleslaw.
It's not a bad one. Cole? Teslaa?
No. It's bad.
Coleslaw?
It's bad.
Did you even mean to do that?
What?
Teslaa and coleslaw?
That's a bad nickname.
Yeah, right.
Don't call the man Coleslaw.
Scientist Mustard in the chat says, stop with the Tron stuff.
Right.
Do you feel any, don't give a rookie in general, don't compare him to Kelvin Johnson yet.
Let him catch his first NFL pass, and then we can talk about it.
No Vanillatron because he lives in Hudsonville where they make good vanilla ice cream. It's creamy.
No.
Nothing related to Teslaa, the electric cars?
No. Hudsonville is not even the best ice cream in Michigan.
What is?
We got Ray's down the street.
Ray's
That's
is
really good.
Amazing.
I tell you what, and it's not from Michigan, but they sell it in Kroger. Grater's ice cream is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a place in Novi on 9 Mile. Forget the name of it. It's got really good ice cream.
Novi on 9 Mile. If anyone in the
Something-
chat knows, let us know.
Something creamery. It might be Hudsonville. For all I know.
Probably. They got a satellite office. No. But Terry, 9:30. The show is done.
Gotta go. You gotta go to church.
You got church. We got one more preseason game before the regular season starts. We're
Thank God.
counting down the days.
I will be so happy when this stuff is over.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
Yeah. You all in the live chat hit the poll. What you think?
You see the poll, you see, right? I'm gonna keep
Vanillatron.
the show going for like 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see.
I'll be long-winded with the sign-off. This was fun, though. I'm itching for more football. I'm sick of the preseason. I'm excited to see more clips out of camp. Them going against the Texans defense. That secondary. The whole defense, I think, is kind of nasty. I'm excited to see Will St. Brown and J-Mo continue to dominate.
What are you talking about?
The joint practice with the Texans.
Oh, that. I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about the preseason
No.
game. So they're not
Preseason
even
doesn't
gonna play.
matter.
The Vanillatron is running away with the poll. 75% of the people already believe that it should be Vanillatron over Mayotron.
Okay, people, do me a favor. Stop trying to come up with nicknames for Teslaa because they're all bad. You really want to go around? What's your name? I'm Vanillatron.
No.
Come on.
Who's
no.
buying that merch? Think about it. I have a grit hat on, and then my shirt says Vanillatron.
A lot of white boys out in the schoolyard who are going to be wearing. Is he number 18? I think. J-Mo's rookie number. I don't know.
For Mr. Teslaa.
Yep. Dante151. 5 days till college football. Thank you for that super chat.
18.
Ultimately, we got a lot of fans of Teslaa. He's going to be great for the Lions one day. Question is how soon.
Halloween.
Terry, I'm sure we'll be talking about him more next week when we're back here at 8 a.m.
Definitely about Halloween. Yeah, we'll be back here next Sunday. The only thing that scares me about the whole Teslaa Halloween thing is that I know that Kool-Aid, this guy over here, he likes slow pokes.
He does.
So it scares me to think, oh, by the time Teslaa becomes a starter or an everyday lineup guy, this guy's going to be eating slow pokes.
Hey,
I'm
look,
gross.
man, all the Kool-Aid in the
What
world
are
for me.
slow pokes?
You never heard of slow poke?
No.
Damn.
We usually do the
Slow
slow
poke is like a caramel thing on a stick. It's almost like a sucker, but it's not a sucker. It's gooey.
Yeah, my grandma used to. She used to love
Is it
those.
caramel and chocolate?
Isn't the same family as like a relative of the Werther's caramels?
Yeah.
The grandmas always have Werther's around. Toffee. I don't know.
They're gross. And I just know Kool-Aid's going to be eating slow pokes. Anyway, with that said, thank you. Please, please, please stop trying to come up with nicknames for Isaac Teslaa. Do me a favor. All right. Thank you. I love it. See you. You're fired, by the way.
I know. I gotta find a new team. Taking $30 million.